If one guy's slow, then everyone's slow.
Here's Kyrou turning on Elias Pettersson. Feeds back. Lindstein long shot stopped by Lankinen. And the Canucks get the puck in. Drew O'Connor knocked to
The St. Louis Blues, this trio that's out on the ice right now.
Holloway has goals in 2 straight games. Snuggerud has 11 points in his last 7, and there he's stopped by Kevin Lankinen. Pavel Buchnevich, Cam Fowler, both on the ice for the Blues. They're the only 2 St. Louis players who played all 69 games for the Blues this year. The pad save by Lankinen on that long bid from Jordan Kyrou. Neighbors after the puck, then he tripped Wilander. There'll be a penalty here. Canucks getting a power play. It sifts his way through and shot it off the target. Zeev Guillam had first power play in it timed last game for the Canucks. Hronek out there on this one. Here's Rossi to the middle, shot wide. Boeser on the rebound. Sliding back was Binnington to get his right pad down. Hronek, Rossi shoots, glove saved by Binnington.
Get it up high past Binnington. And as Boeser's jamming at this puck.
There was probably an argument to be made that maybe Aatu Räty should be out on the second in the power play, given he's the 3rd leading faceoff man in the NHL. There's a shot by Carlson that went wide. Taken out along the boards, but the Canucks are able to keep the puck in the zone. Pettersson gets it behind the net. Into the corner for Drew O'Connor. Blue line feed. Guillam did well to take that on the backhand. Wrist went through. 996th career game for Evander Kane. Here's Robert Thomas the other way. Wilander fell down. Thomas to the net. Picked out by Lankinen.
And this is what it looked like. Made the initial stop. I thought the hook or the trip might have been on Wilander. It wasn't. It was the goal stick that got into the feet. You'll see that. And Snuggerud was trying to get to that puck.
Blues have the puck. Mayu shoots off the shoulder of Lankinen. Puck winds up in the far corner. Blues have the goalie at the bench. 6 attackers here on the delayed penalty. Mayu. Thomas tees it up. Broberg, and Lankinen got a piece of that. Neither team's been able to turn on the red light in this one yet. That shot by Holloway went off the outside of the goal.
Williams been so confident since getting rid of that full bubble.
Here's O'Connor in with a shot off the left pad of Binnington. Hronek blast, stopped by Binnington. Rebound, O'Connor trying to settle it. Foot talked yesterday about it, just mostly about awareness. Not wanting to overextend a ship, knowing that you could get trapped in your own zone on the long change. There's a great save by Lankinen on a quick one-timer by Snuggerud. First shot of the period for the Blues, and a tough one for Lankinen to handle.
Snuggerud seems to find those quiet spots.
Holloway in to the forehand, and he put it off the base of the post. Now Snuggerud scores. No goal. They're going to say that the player in front, Holloway, was interfering with Lankinen, I believe, and the Snuggerud apparent opening goal has been washed out on the ice. Buchnevich tips the puck into the Vancouver zone. Hoglander couldn't reach it. Parayko stays in Vancouver territory. We're in the second half of the second period. Vancouver Canucks nothing. The St. Louis Blues nothing. Holloway puts one in front. Great chance. Thomas denied. Rebound. Lankinen couldn't hold it out. It was jammed in on the follow-up try. And the Blues, as the officials once again are going to talk here. But it looks like Pius Suter, the ex-Canuck, has opened the scoring here at Rogers Arena.
It's right at the front of the net. Thomas, as this puck is going to get sent down to him, brings it to his forehand off the blocker, and there's Pius Suter.
I think he kind of missed it with his stick and then brought it in with his body.
Yeah, kind of went off his knees.
Officials are still talking.
Hronek did what you...
Finley chips the puck behind the Vancouver goal. Took a return pass in front and couldn't beat Lankinen from in close. Now a wrist shot from the blue line from Justin Hall doesn't get through. Suter behind the net. Guillam trying to check him. 9 minutes left, second period. 1-0 Blues on top. Guillam intercepts the puck. And he'll flip it down to the St. Louis blue line. Fowler gets away from Hoglander. Ahead to Jordan Kyrou. He cuts to the middle. Kyrou pass for Buchnevich, but he couldn't steer it on goal. He gets the puck again. Around for Neighbors, he'll have to chase after that one. Kyrou's there. Pavel Buchnevich gets away from Marco Rossi. Kyrou took a swing at the puck, couldn't get it on goal. Here's Broberg cutting it off the left, sends it across. Buchnevich scores. Lankinen looked like maybe he stumbled as he tried to push off and get across. And an open net there for Pavel Buchnevich to double the St. Louis lead.
Offensive zone moving it around, and the Canucks get puck focused. There's one chance by Kyrou, and look, everyone's watching where the puck is. Boeser gets spun around, and Buchnevich, he's going down to the ice so he can get everything on this one-timer. Gets it past Lankinen, who's kind of stuck in that blue paint. And the Blues, just over a minute, double the lead.
That line has changed now. Here's O'Connor with room. Drew O'Connor stopped by Binnington. Now O'Connor deflects the puck back into St. Louis territory. Hughes Suter brings the puck ahead. Trying to get a shot on goal, went off Rona. Go out. Suter got to the loose puck as it came off the end boards. Coming up on 2 minutes, and he can't get off the ice. Holloway into the middle. And now Boeser can't reach the puck. Blues keep it in. Snuggerud stopped by Lankin. Phil Hronek. That hit a Blues stick. Snuggerud did well to knock the puck out of the air. Now he gets a pass in front. And it's tipped in by Holloway. Canucks had a couple of chances to move the puck out. Lankinen able to make the save off Snuggerud, but the puck got behind him, and Dylan Holloway tapped it in to make it 3-0.
Vancouver is challenging the previous goal for a missed game stoppage, high stick.
So I think Snuggerud, who was kind of doing the hockey version of hacky sack there.
Right. When he knocked the puck and then play continued, I thought it went off a Canucks stick first to negate a high stick. But he's the one that knocks it.
Yeah,
Did Boeser touch
took a
it there?
swipe at it, but I don't think Boeser.
After video review, it was determined that the puck was played with a high stick, therefore we have no goal.
All right.
It's playable by Binnington. He'll do that. I mean, he had a miscue on the last one. They couldn't capitalize. So
there's a chance in front. Lankinen able to stop Jordan Kyrou. Far from an advantage for the Vancouver Canucks.
yeah, normally you like to flex your muscles at home.
There's a nice save by Lankinen. That was Snuggerud with the deflection. Take away what could have been a 2-on-1. In the final minute, second period, see Bouillon with a shot knocked down by Binnington. Can't reach the rebound, but he was able to get the left pad down. Couldn't reach the rebound.
Yeah, this is a good shot from Bouillon. And then there's that bouncing puck, and as O'Connor's getting felled to the ice, he gets a good backhand poke at this, but Binnington, who's aggressive.
And here comes Marco Rossi to Phil Hronek. His shot gloved by Binnington, who thought about playing the puck to a teammate, but then thought better of it. Tried to go rink wide rather than up the boards for Boeser, and that was broken up, turned over, and here come the Blues. Snuggerud shoots off the blocker of Lankin. Blues get it around to Hughes Suter. Here's Cam Fowler. Jack Finley, stick save by Kevin Lankinen. Flips onto the corner for Höglander to go after on Parayko. They tie each other up. Höglander emerges with the puck. Tried to center. Now gets it back to Zeke Bouillon. Shot attempt blocked, and the puck is back outside the line.
Hit the right foot of Snuggerud. He's kind of struggling.
Nice move by Rossi. Höglander out to challenges Binnington. Look how far out he came to stare down Niels Höglander, make the save, and cover the puck.
Höglander. Here's Parayko standing up. The pass is made. The 20-foot slapper. This is old-time hockey coming out and making sure there's nothing to shoot at. If Höglander had faked that shot and kept going, and maybe he could have pulled a Gretzky.
Over a minute to go on the power play. Phil Hronek. Hard pass to Elias Pettersson. Pressured by Broberg. Gets it through to Hronek. Tipped in. It'll be Hronek's goal, and the Canucks on the power play are on the board.
Some hard passing back and forth. It's Pettersson who's finally going to get it to Hronek. His shot there goes off the white tape blade of Mailloux right in front of his goaltender. Some aggressive penalty killing up high, so that means there's numbers down low, and instead it's past the glove side of Binnington. He was tracking it to where he...
Puck comes to Bouillon. Höglander behind the net. Or his office, as Dave calls it. Here's Hronek. Long shot, missed the net. I'll let it go eventually.
I think you start now.
Here's Buchnevich moving it. Suter, and off the outside of the post went Jonathan Drouin. Here's Ogren. Tom Wielander. Down for Liam Ogren. Wrist shot. Glove saved by Binnington. Rossi on the draw against Jack Finley. And able to win it. Bouillon with a shot. Right pad saved by Jordan Binnington. Here's Rossi centering. Binnington got his stick up to tip that pass. Now a blast by Hronek. Hit Torchenko. Seems to be just fine.
Yeah, how is he still standing?
Hoglander tried to get that one on goal. Another block by Torchenko. Oh, they do have 2D out there. Pardon me. Mayu and Broberger on the ice. Here's Thomas spinning out of the corner, trying to get in front. He hit the outside of the post with that one. Lankinen stumbled going to the bench. That didn't help matters. There's an empty net here. Kyrou drops. Buchnevich, who has a goal in this game already, looks across. Kyrou scores. Jordan Kyrou into the empty net. His 16th will go as a power play goal.
Those two that collided earlier in this period, now they connect for an empty netter. I didn't know if Buchnevich realized that the goalie was at the bench because he had his head down coming into the zone. And
St. Louis, after scoring twice in the second, there's a glove save by Lankinen.